starting on this T side of Train after an absolutely dominating performance on the first map, the Mirage, winning 16-6, and now we're going into Train, obviously the second map pick. So on the buy round, we do see 5 armors on the Azerbaijan side and 4 on the T side, with Mataf buying up some nades. He's already used them over towards Ivy, and we just see some aggression coming out from Slovenia, pushing all the way up Ivy. Torek is holding down the angle with his USP, and he's only getting some tags, so finally lands the headshot that he needs. He's got a teammate to support him as well, and they're just wrapping around the trains perfectly. Creamer, 2 kills, and now only 2 remain for Slovenia, and this has just turned into an absolute wreck.
Well, only 1 now. They've been so good on the pistol rounds, Azerbaijan. We've got 1 player trying to make his way inside. He might be able to get the saving grace, which would be a bomb plant here, but they're going to try to deny. You go for the burst block and find the opener. Gets the goosh out onto that player, Miracle. Now he's going to go for the bomb plant. If they sweep on him quickly, they're going to be able to take him down, but it's going to be 1 more single peek. He's still going for it. Still got a couple of bullets left in that Glock. He's got 1 left. Goes over to the USP. Going to try to take down Ark. He gets a 3rd one. Still going. Somehow still going. Finally, Torek's going to take him down, and that's going to be another pistol round. They're flawless in pistol rounds so far for the Azerbaijani side. But while we've got a second here, guys, I don't know if everybody's read the news. I know that we're talking about the World Championships and everything, and I know Hugo, I just told him on Skype about the news. New, little bit of a roster shakeup going on in the Swedish scene, boys. A little bit of a roster shakeup. Fnatic is no longer the Fnatic that you knew. JW, Crims, and Flusha are now on Godsent with Pronax and Snyder. That is going to be a sick lineup. And then Lekro, who was the other one? Lekro, Quentin, and somebody else went to Fnatic. So very interesting, to say the least. Fast push coming inside. They are going to get the bomb plant, and we will see the retake on now, 4-on-4.
Yeah, well, some aggression post-one from Slovenia to try and pick up some rifles and actually incapacitate the Azerbaijan inside, but it's not working out too well. They're just pushing through smokes and getting eliminated 1 versus 1. Mataf is still alive on the site though, and he's going to utilise that pistol. Gets a kill onto Ferid, but Bohm is coming from the flank and he's not going very far. Slovenia lose that round, but they do get the bomb plant. They only invested a little bit into that round, obviously, so they did actually come out on top. In terms of economy, they got that $800 bonus, so now they will only have to eco 1 more before they go for the full buy, and they will have a full buy and a half here in the next round.
Yeah, so again, 2-0 to start things off. A very expensive round there for the CT side. They did manage to keep a couple of players alive at the end of that one, but with that money starting to stack up here for the Slovenia side, that's just going to give them an even more formidable buy going forward into this next into this first full gun round, this next round that's going to be at us here in just a second. But that's the thing, is Azerbaijan, they need to have a very strong CT side because their T side looked miserable on Mirage, and Train is an even more execute heavy map. You can't just run and gun on this map like you can on a map like Mirage. So we'll see if they can do just that going forward, but for the time being, we've still got 13 more rounds to play out on this side.
Kobe Arch will land a nice nade on there on Mataf, and we will only see 4 more players on the Slovenian side. 2 of them set up towards Ivy, 2 of them over towards the upper B halls, and it's just a ticking time bomb before Azerbaijan tear apart Slovenia right now. They've got no armoured players and no nades left. All they've got to do is push out onto a site, and Azerbaijan are taking their sweet time. They're just holding back, playing the long ranges, knowing they're only up against pistols, and the lack of utility is going to disallow Slovenia for actually getting into a site simply and effectively. So they've just got to completely rush together and probably just get sprayed down. But what can you do?
So moving forward into this round, it's still very slow pace. The terrorists not giving up a lot of real estate here, and they're not really gaining much either. They do have box holes control, but now they're just going to creep on down. They're lining up a little bit here. This player in the back of the site, it's Miracle. He's going to spray down 2, but he finally does get overwhelmed, so we could potentially see another bomb plant. Unless a nade goes out, that would stop the plant, but that's not going to be the case. So that's going to make this 4th round buy, pardon me, even more formidable coming out here from the Slovenian side. So not a bad round. They get 2 bomb plants in a row, but it's really going to just be down to how they adapt going forward into this.
At least they have the buy to work with. We saw a similar starting few rounds on the last map, Azerbaijan picking up the first three and then just getting completely dumpstered. So hopefully we won't see such a similar side. Choke a little bit, or Azerbaijan will have something on the CT side. Of course, this is a CT side of maps. They may have a bit of an innate advantage, and maybe they can take advantage of that themselves and topple the expectations, at least, of the people watching. But Slovenia obviously setting up for the smoke takes over towards the A site. They've got a couple of players over in Pop Dog. They're ready to drop in, and they will be pushing the other three outside of main here. But oh, is it some kind of fake? Two of the players actually going up into B upper with the hall, with the bomb into the halls, and Imp is also ready to rotate to B as well. This seems like a very weird fake, because they're taking their sweet time, and it's not provoking any more rotations. Miracle is still over towards B, and yeah, you can see by the time they actually work their way onto the site, all these Azerbaijan players are ready to rotate. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't know if that's working too well, and it seems like it's not.
I feel like it's going to work great, though, because he's going to be able to take down... Oh, never mind! Oh, God, it's all bad. It's all gone awry.
And Slovenia, they've gone back to the stacked site here. A, back on A. I'm so confused. Azerbaijan ready with the rotates, though. They've got a couple of players coming from Connector, of course, and the CT push and the hot dog push. They've got the full Monty coming out today with less exposure. And Slovenia, they're going to be getting aggressive in most part. This is not working out for them at all. Savy goes down, Bustum goes down. It's all in it. They find the head, and there we go. The wallbang comes in. That'll be the kill and defuse for Azerbaijan, and actually picking up the fourth round for a change, as they didn't in the previous map.
Pretty intense, to say the least. That was just all over the place. It seemed like Slovenia didn't know what the hell they wanted to do into that round. Somehow they managed to sneak Bomi all the way to the front of the bomb train in the outside train yard, and he just sits there patiently waiting, and then just gets wrecked by somebody with a lawnmower, pea shooter, a nerd mower, whatever you want to call it, running around the corner with that high armor pin on that UMP, just clotheslines him, takes him down, and then Slay is like, well, I guess we should go back outside now, and then they just get wrecked.
Yeah, definitely.
Questionable decision-making, I believe, Hugo. Questionable decision-making.
Yeah, no, I think that's the best way to put it without being rude. Slovenia, they are going to be able to buy up once again. Obviously, the bomb plant enabling them to get a bit more money for the utility, and they will be fine at the moment. But this is their last buy if they lose this round. One more eco after this, and then obviously back into their buy. But of course, Azerbaijan, they are playing very aggressively here in terms of Ferid's position. He's on top of that blue train right in front of main. We'll finally back off to the second train, I think, over towards the brown train. But still, finally, first kill comes out. Mataf gets a good peeks actually over towards the brown train. Not expecting that angle at least. So good pick here from the CD side, and they're smoking over towards A again. Not sure they're actually going to commit to A. That'd be a nice change. Let's see who's turning around, but nope. Savy gets that first kill. Ferid will fall, and now Slovenia, they're back onto an equal ground, 4-on-4. The bomb backing off, because why would that make sense? And although the smoke's dissipating, Slovenia are actually working their way up into B halls again.
Yeah, but look at Miracle. He's pushed up through the box halls right now, so if Boomy comes around the corner, well... Womp womp! Down he goes. There is a trade there. Bustum's right around the corner. Would have liked to see Miracle actually stare at that side a little bit longer and maybe patiently wait for that push to come around. But we are on a 3v3, so this is the most equal footing that we've seen the Slovenian side have going into a post-plant, with it being even strength on a 3-3. Almost giving away his life. Bustum, I'm not sure why he's peeking right now.
Yeah, it just seems like they're held taking fries because they did so well on the first map, but it's not turning out to be positive for them at the moment. It's only on Savy and Imp, and Savy will go down, leaving just Imp on his own. Arch is very low HP, meaning he's going to be easily dispatched, but actually Toric's the one to fall. Arc going to be alone, or Arch, sorry, is going to be alone. Pushing from lower. Does come up the ladder, not making much noise. Imp's not going to be checking the right angle. There we go, he gets a kill in the end. Turns around and flicks with only 14 HP. That was so close there. But Slovenia, just in the skin of their teeth, pick up the round. I'm not sure that this is going to be great for them if they only just pick up that round in a 1v1, down to almost luck.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that they have 4 rebuys, even with the post-plant going their way. So you can see Matafee, no money. He's going for the utility play versus going for the arsenal play, so he's going to have a CZ75 as opposed to having higher firepower just based off the fact that he goes for the flash, they achieve the Molotov, the smoke. So if they do go for an inside play and get the bomb plant, they do have 2 Molotovs for the post-plant positioning, but those 2 players have to stay alive. That's the big key, and right now, it's not starting off the way that they want. They lost an AK-47 in the hands of Savy. Hopefully, Matafee is going to be able to go and retrieve that. That's the big question here. But they're pushing inside.
Yeah, smoke is down. They're going to be able to push, but they've got to watch out for the triple or setup, of course. It's going to be dangerous, but luckily they secure the first kill to Arch. The flag has come out, but I'm not sure who he's shooting. Mataf gets taken down, but Bone will retrade that. And now we're back into a 3-on-3, favouring Slovenia, but only a little bit. Bone is extremely low XP, and they're actually running out of time, meaning that Azerbaijan may actually have a bit of an advantage now. 1 minute left on the clock. They have time to rotate, of course, to either site that they choose, but Azerbaijan have read this right. They're actually rotating Krima back towards the back of B, so he's easily able to push him towards CT and then just play the long range game with his AWP. But no, Slovenia, they're going to be pushing, and here we go. Aggression from Miracle. He gets all this information. It allows his teammates to rotate back towards the A site. Meanwhile, they've spotted the bomb, but this flank around the site, it's not going to work out though for Ferid, as he gets shot in the head while deploying a flashbang, and it will find that kill, leaving it back into a 3-on-2. Smoke goes down to hold off the aggressing CTs, and that's going to be perfect timing. Miracle is now stuck in the pop dog, and he has to push through smoke, and he will be split down by it there. Still goes for the kill, but going down, leaving just Krima alone. 75 HP and a dream. He's got the AWP to work with. I think a save may be in order.
Yeah, I mean they're out of money on the CT side for Azerbaijan, so they definitely need to keep this up in his hands if at all possible. And the most beneficial side of this is the Slovenian side has no money really right now, so chasing is not really an option. They need to start stockpiling as much money as they possibly can. So trying to go and take this gun out of his hands just isn't feasible right now. They can't really afford to rebuy. If they lose one round, it's going to reset their economy. So they need to play the smart game, play the money game, because they need to buy up a couple of guns into this one. So we'll see how their money looks after this is said and done. But at this point, it should probably take 2 rounds before a save comes out. I kind of expect to see a mild investment from the Azerbaijani side. And I do see some upgraded pistols. Archie's actually going to sit on a USP, curious enough. But the rest of them are going to upgrade pistols. And actually, Ferret buys up some body armor, too, so he can maybe try to fight the aim punch a little bit.
Yeah, seems so, and he's going to pick up that first kill. Nice entry onto Torek. Now it's in the advantage of the Slovenians there, but Krima, he's not allowing this to happen. He gets a refrag back on, but he's going to be the only man who can really save this round for Azerbaijan with this AWP. We do have the Tiger with the armor on Ferret, of course, but nowhere going to be as nearly as powerful as this AWP on Krima. And he's actually backed off of Ivy, so he's lost all that information, lost all that map control, and Slovenia are going to be allowed to push up there if need be, but they're just holding back for the moment. That's the thing, Krima's just playing 9 games. They think he's still holding it. He's not. He's backed off. And now he's finally going to go for the repeat as the smoke and the molly comes out there. Able to hold this one down as they slowly push up. He should be able to hit this first shot. The second is going to be missed. Though. Misses it. They jump over the corner, and now he's got to back off. His teammates got to come back in. They do have the man advantage, bear in mind. But again, these rifles are going to massively outgrade these pistols that they have. But nope, they're holding it down perfectly. Savvy does get a refrag, but it's going to be all on him now. 1 versus 3. Not a hope in the world, I can imagine. Oh, misses his shot. Comes in. No, he's just caught right in the middle of 2 players, and Krima's just going to jump right into the AWP. No, Arch is going to be in position for that one. And Azerbaijan 5-2 now.
That was actually a really important round. A really, really important round. That swings the economy 100% back into the other direction. And not to mention the fact that they were able to keep 3 players alive. We're going to see a force from Slovenia, and if they lose this, it's going to be a treacherous... they're on thin ice as it is. It's going to be walking a tightrope at that point over a pit of sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads, because it's just going to be all downhill from there. If Slovenia wins this, though, the economy swap is going to go tenfold back in the other direction, which would be ultimately what they want. But Azerbaijan is definitely come to play right now, and they've got an AWP along with an M4 watching this inside bomb site, and this looks like where Slovenia wants to hit. And look at Torek's position right now. He's flanking him. That's 1. That's 2. Gonna be looking for some more. That flash is actually off the mark. He gets blinded from it, and Nimp and Bustum answer back with 2 frags of their own, but Farron's already inside. They've got the AWP support as well, Krima and Archie. Farron needed to get that kill because now he's actually left it into an awkward situation with 2 ops and versus 2 rifles in forward positioning from Bomi. He's going to spot the head of one of the players over here in the back of the yard.
Yeah, but Bone just trying to pick up this kill. He needs to grab one and place him in this aggressive position. You won't be able to back off, and he will get taken down. Meanwhile, the bomb at least is making its way towards the A side, but you can see they've already realised that. Rotation's coming in. 2 orbs for this retake, so if they peek together, this is going to be perfect for them. Bustum just doesn't have to peek, but I mean, we've seen him play in these situations. He really likes to peek, and there we go. It's not going to work out for him. Krima shuts him down, and the defuse will come in very shortly.
So you'd say it's reminiscent of some UKCS?
Oh, well, at least they won their games.
Oh, well, Slovenia won theirs.
I mean, they're losing this one, so.
They are. And again, that's what I was saying before. They keep both of the ups alive, so that's good as far as the economy is concerned. Krima can drop one of his teammates so that they can full nade, talking about Farad here, if they so desire. Looks like that's potentially going to be the case. Yeah, actually, it's Archie that drops him. Another rifle goes out. I think they might have dropped one too many rifles. Maybe not. Okay, I was seeing things. It's all good. I thought I saw something there. That's not the case. We do see a save round come out from Slovenia, and this is going to give an opportunity for a 5-round lead now for Azerbaijan. So it's definitely within the realm of possibility that these guys have a very solid half on their CT side. I believe this is actually the Azerbaijani map pick, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're correct on that one. Wait, I can double
go
check.
look at it.
I got it.
Do you? Because I have it right now.
Yeah,
Train
it
is
wasn't
Slovenia's
Slovenia.
pick.
Slovenia picked this map.
So Azerbaijan lost their map pick. Slovenia is now losing on their map pick. And then if we so need it, what's map 3? I hope it's something ridiculous.
Like you? No, it's Cash.
Oh. We've seen so much Cash and Mirage and Dust 2, and I want to see some Cobblestone, I want to see some Overpass, but the thing is, it's like you're basically playing with a pug, so it's very difficult to pug those maps. It's easy to pug a map like Cash or Mirage or Dust 2, especially Dust 2 and Cash.
True here. Torque going to be holding down the line. Poe's doing some nice entering with a pistol, but they're both lined up for Torque. 2 kills, 3 kills, and that's a 4K in the round. Azerbaijan 7-2.
Really big play there from Torque, denying the bomb plant. He's having himself a hell of a match right now. He was kind of quiet in that first matchup, but he's 15-4, 9 rounds in, so he's doing a lot of work for his team. Krima is still 7-1, by the way. He's only died 1 time, even though they lost 2 rounds. He was the one that hung on to that AWP, and he's one of the main factors into why they won that kind of mixed by round 4. Interesting position from Torque. This time he actually gets out in front of that smoke, but unfortunately for him, he's going to lose his life after doing tremendous damage. But again, it's Archiello to find that frag from the Zed hallways, and he's going to be able to take down one more. There's another kill for Krima. He's still 8-1, yet to be traded out. And again, it's down to a 2 versus 4. Not a lot that these guys on the T side can do. Finally, he goes down. Krima. Farad drops the bomb, though. Bomi going to be able to answer back, but it's going to be all down to him, and he goes down to Farad. So again, another stark contrast to that opening map where Azerbaijan is just completely manhandling Slovenia on their map pick.
Quite the manhandling indeed. And Slovenia, again, on this eco here. Bit of money, at least they've gone for some investment. Almost a quasi impact. Imp and Bus and both by armor. They got some nades on Bohm as well as a couple of flashes. And P250s all across the board. So, full setup towards IV once again. And won't see anyone aggressively picking it out on the CT side. Krima is close with the AWP though, so if he goes for a smoke shot, he may just hit the lottery here, and he will do so. Headshot through the smoke. Great shot now, and he's got to walk him right through. Flash is going in. They've got this information that the CTs are holding him down. And Torrent hits hideous. I mean, they're only eco frags, but good aim there. All headshots.
He's actually hit 20 kills before anybody on this team has hit double digits. Just wanted to point that out to you guys that are watching at home in case you didn't catch that. He's sitting at 20 kills, 4 assists, and 5 deaths. The closest behind him is 9-2, and it's Krima, who's been doing a substantial job with the AWP, and it's not like he's doing bad. I mean, we're only 11 rounds in going into the 12th, and he's 2 kills under a 1 FPR. It just happens to be 11 rounds in, and Tarek is sitting at a 1.8 FPR. Actually, it's more like a 1.85, I believe. If he gets 4 kills in this round, he'll be sitting at a 2 FPR. This is unlucky, though. He's not going to get anything. Just spotting the hip when he takes him down from Zedhar, from T-Connector. So, at least an opening pick for Slovenia. I think this is one of the first times in this matchup that we've actually seen them take that opening pick.
Slovenia, they're going to set their sights over towards the B site now. Open hand as well. Still plenty of utility just to smoke off the lower ramp so they can actually push in here. And of course, Azerbaijan, they've realised they've already got 2 players, a third ready to rotate in connector, and they've really got no control of the site here. These terrorists, Miracle, going to be holding them down. 2 kills already in the bag, and now Slovenia, they are down at a huge deficit. 4 against 3 there. You've got to rotate back towards the A site. Savvy, he just almost saved the round just by taking down Archer. That's the Orpa rotating into the site, shuts him down, and now we're in a 3v3. They just had to get this bomb down and don't peek, but Bustum's dead, so it's okay. we go. Holding the angles, Azerbaijan pushing in. First one will go down. Now just Miracle and Krim are left, and this AWP is not going to be prime for retaking the site. Of course, Miracle coming in from the connect to get spotted out from Bohm. He goes down, and so does Krim. Finally around for Slovenia. They really need this.
Yeah, but the problem is they need to string them together. They get that big money bonus. It was 4 rounds, then they won 2. 5 rounds, then they win 1. If they get reset here, then the half is lost tremendously. They're going to be staring down the barrel of a 12-3 half. Definitely within the possibility of 11-4. That's the big thing is Azerbaijan, they're not doing anything real special. It's just their defense has been really strong, especially on that outside train yard with Tarek doing a substantial amount of work.
Build the double up on the CT side, but it might just be the last time they can actually afford this for the time being. They are spending a lot of money on these rifles, and of course they are picking up the rounds, but can't lose more than a couple in a row if they don't want to be forced to an eco here. He's just taking things very slowly. They've also got their own double up with their own, so a bit of a risky play. I know it is train, very AWP heavy map, but at least on the T side you kind of want as many rifles as you can get. An AWP is obviously viable, but 2, going to be questionable. Either way. Rushing to B site from Slovenia. A couple of players already down. A nice angle held from Bohm. Actually spots out Miracle. That's a player out of the hands. And now it's a 5 versus 4. And Imp is going to be allowed to push him towards the site through Ivy. But no, he goes down to Krimmer. And also Arch with the AWP. Just holding things down. This is such an AWP heavy map. You can just see it. Matter pushing out onto the site as well. He doesn't even spot the rifle of the player over in Pop Dog. He should be ready for this one. Instead, spots out Krimmer, takes him down. But he needs to check Pop Dog here. There's still a player he's got to worry about. And that's going to be Torek picking out and taking him down. So we're into a 2v2 here. Arch, what is Buston doing? There's pushing out onto the site, gets taken down, and we're in a 1v2 again in the favour of Azerbaijan. Sabi on 6 HP here. He does have an AWP, but maybe not much hope. Grabs the first though. Torek is down. He can actually retrieve the bomb, but 20 seconds left. Surely he's got no time to get this bomb down.
Well, he's got to go to the outside train yard. There's no time for him to go in her. Archiello is in a great spot. He's going to hear him run up on the bomb train. He knows exactly what's coming. He has to go full force in towards the bomb. This is where it gets dicey. He fakes it. Now he's got to stay alive. And there you go. Archiello hits the shot with the USP. He could have played a little ring around the Rosie there on the top side of the bomb train just to delay until time expired, but he has to take the shot when he gets the opportunity. Otherwise, he would have been in a really rough spot.
And here we go. Look at Slovenia. They're not too happy with this. They're on an eco once again. And only P250s and Glocks. Deagle as well across the board, so not too great, but it could be worse here for this side. A couple of nades as well on Bohm, and still the double up on the CT side maintained here for Azerbaijan. Bohm will be taken down though. That's going to be the first goal. Again, going in the favour of the CTs. This is looking like a pretty dominant half so far for these Azerbaijanis. Oh, that could have been a collat. Bustum takes down Krimmer. Now they just got to hold it on.
Yeah, but that was that hard reset that I was telling you about in the last round. That's going to be absolutely detrimental here. Matafei did manage to salvage an AWP. It's 2-on-3, but again, just a really tough spot. Archiello's got them locked in. They've got 2 players from CT. There's no way for these guys to get out unless they fall back all the way towards terrorist spawn. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They have to hightail it out of there because there's no attack in that corridor. There's no way that they can get in. Tarek's going to take a peek down Ivy, see that it's clear, into a forward position, and now look at how his teammates can rotate around. Because he's got this frontwards position, he knows that the Ivy is now clear, he knows that there's nobody around here, he's going to be aggressive enough to be able to call it early for his teammates, and now they can fall back. He's got a teammate in the Z hallway looking for the peek in towards Tikan. He's got a teammate inside just waiting for the push to come inside. And this is a really solid position here from Archiello. He should be able to find a pick on these guys going outside. And there it is. Man, it's like I do this for a living.
Mataf is going to be alone now, and again, similar to the last round, not much time for this bomb plant. But even worse, they've got 3 players to deal with, and there we go, Miracle will peek out and find that headshot. We're into the last round of the half now. Azerbaijan 11-3.
This might be the second series that I've done for this so far that might go into a third map. Because I did the, which one was it? Belgium versus... Who did they play? I think it was Belgium. Because they had Maniac on the team, yeah? That was a good one. That one went 3 maps, and it actually had an OT in one of the maps as well, until they got to Overpass, and then Belgium got slaughtered. But interesting buy up here from the T side. Again, Matafee's going to go for utility over practicality. He's going to go for the double flash smoke molly. He throws out his smoke. It looks like it is going to be execute towards the outside bomb site with players coming down through ladder room, but yet to rotate, and they actually go into box hall. So this is all a fake. It's a ruse on the outside train yard. And Torek is in a position to call their bluff. Look at the rotation going inside right now from the CT side. They are reading this flawlessly. Torek knows there's no movement coming around towards mid. Let's just stack inside because they obviously are faking this. Good calls.
But look at this, Mataf slowly pushing through the smoke here. Krimmer's not going to be in position to check this one. He only just moved in and didn't spot that push thanks to the smoke. Will back off, and that's going to allow Mataf to push in. Meanwhile, the B push is coming underway. Miracle grabs the first. Ferret and Arch is just going to hold this one down for Azerbaijan, and there's really nothing that Slovenia can do. They do have this flank on Mataf, and he may be able to take out Krimmer, but the bad timing is getting the better of him by years.
Rip. Nice shot there. Ferret's going to finish things off. Sorry, that might have been a little bit loud. I don't care. That was silly. It's just, that's one of the things, man. Like, timing. I never noticed it so much until I started casting CS on both the professional level and at local amateur lands and things like that. How much timing screws people in this game. You sit there and you watch an angle for 20 seconds. As soon as you pull out a nade, dude peeks you. Like, without fail, every single time, dude will peek you. Same thing happens there. He's walking out Ivy. He's got the lurk on. As soon as he gets to where he goes, the guy stops watching ladder room, turns around, and no-scopes him. Like, it sucks. It just sucks to watch.
Yeah, it is quite upsetting, but what are you going to do? And we're into the second pistol round of this map, and things like Azerbaijan just want to go for the full armor by Slovenia. Following up very closely, but Bone has gone for the kit instead. Bustum, aggressive, why not? We'll go down here, and Archer taking him down. So Savic also going to be doing work over towards the A site, but Krimmer, they just allowed him to push all the way up towards the back of the trains. Archer also splitting in through the Ivy position here, and now they're just going to singly one by one dispatch the Slovenian players. There's just Bone left, and the triple burst will take off his head. Torek finishing that off, and Azerbaijan 13-3. What has happened to Slovenia after such a dominant first map? They have completely gone full tilt.
I don't know. Sabi hasn't been as fire with the AWP as you would have liked to have seen. The fact that they just lost that pistol round bodes really well for Azerbaijan to be able to shut this one down real quick. And I don't believe anybody on the analyst desk actually predicted Azerbaijan to win this one, especially after the dominant performance from Slovenia on Mirage. This is their map pick. And they've shown us nothing. Absolutely nothing throughout these rounds. 3 rounds on the T side is not going to be enough here. I mean, just my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think it's a fact. But Mataf hit. Got to hold this one down. Again, these rifles may just get the better of them. These pistols are not going to be perfect. He does peek out. He does do some damage, but he will be finally finished off by Ferret there. A bit of a player up on top of the train. Him goes crazy. 3 kills. All headshots there with the pistol. Balanced game, Valve. Bohm is going to be alone. 1v2. It's definitely not out of the question for him to clutch this one out. He does have a scout as well to work with, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be an easy one.
Well, at the end of the day, you're another day older. At least that's what Les Miserables taught me. So, moving forward here, I mean, he's got a Desert Eagle. One of the players is one-tappable with either the weaponry that he has, but they are working their way inside. And this is the smart play from Azerbaijan. Group up with your 2 players, hit the bomb site together. You have no idea where this last guy is. You got to assume that he usually plays the inside train yard, but with all the action that went down outside, well, you got to figure he's probably rotated around. But he's actually going to creep forward and find maybe a better gun, but not yet. Actually, he's going to go for the ladder flank. So this is an interesting play. I like the call here. He doesn't have a kit, so he's going to have to work relatively quickly, but he hears them both, or at least one of them, coming back towards inside. He might get both of these kills. There's the first. Looking for the second one. Unfortunately, not going to get it. Krima does manage to finish that off. A scary round for Azerbaijan, but they're going to get a little bit of an easier one going forward into this one, as it is going to be a pretty, well, it's a force. So they're going for the win, not the tie.
Yeah, this is, well, you say going for the win. They will try, but I don't think they're going to succeed at this point. I think it's too little too late, and they may just have to refresh and take it to cash here as a final map. But again, we are going to see that, aren't we? And Dustin aggression over towards Pop Dog will actually catch up the first ferry going down. The refrag comes out from Creamer, but look at this push out of A main. Torek right through the Molotov is going to be able to take down Mataf, and while he does split out towards a blue train, him is going to be ready for this one. Pistol out, and Frag going his way as well. So it's back into a 3v3, but Save is just allowed his teammate to get completely backstabbed. Just doing that exact thing. 2 kills already, and it's all on him.
Yeah, and that bomb's actually up in the box halls right now, pushing in towards the inside train yard. That allows Archie to actually go around through the CT spawn and get himself down in towards the towards spawn, which you can see as he teleports across the screen that he's going to be over there. But he's actually going to get that final backstab. Takes down Amp 15-3. This one looks like a wash. At this point, Slovenia should probably be thinking about what they're going to be doing on cash, because it's looking like map number 3 is going to be coming. And it's on the back of a stellar performance from Tarek into this one. 24 and 9, 6 assists. He kind of fell a little bit flat-footed. He was sitting up there at, what, he had 20 kills, 11 rounds in, so we're now 18 rounds in and he's at 24, so he slowed down a little bit, but he had himself a hell of a performance at the beginning of this match.
That is true, and again, the same buy as the previous round. Double scout, triple pistol for Slovenia. It's all they can really afford. And it appears that Azerbaijan are just holding for aggression. Once again, they're really taking this one slowly, despite being such a lead ahead. They really don't have to wait, and they finally will make that push onto the site. Miracle and Torek both getting entry kills. Matev does trade one, but he's going to go down as well, so it's a 3v4 again in the favour of these terrorists as they try and make their way onto the site. Smokes going into connector. That's going to hold off Bohm here, but he has actually spotted out T lurking his way up on top of the B halls, and Farid will actually take him down with receiving a tag as well. So it's going to be only 2 players remaining. And Buston, he's spotted out over between the trains, gets shot down, and now it's all on Savy to save the map for his team, but it's not going to happen. The terrorists do take it. Azerbaijan take it 16-3 in such a backwards map. No idea how Slovenia threw that one away, but either way, they did, and Azerbaijan, they're going to proceed to the 3rd and final map of the night in order to secure their spot in the 2nd leg of the qualifier.
Well, Hugo, it's interesting that you say I don't know how they could throw that one away, but they were never even in it to begin with. So it's hard to throw something away that you never even had to start out with. That's just a magnificent performance from Azerbaijan. They had a damn near flawless CT side. They have a flawless terrorist side. They closed that out 16-3. And we're going to have to see what our analysts say about that, because I imagine they're a little bit flabbergasted right now, because I don't think anybody saw that coming.